Course Plus. Expressway to elegant career.
Overcoming the negativity bias and thinking positively. This one may seem like a no-brainer, but there's a lot to be said for the powers of positive thinking. Many of us have a tendency to dwell on bad things and ruminate on the negative events and situations that have happened in our lives. We can all relate to having one bad thing hold us back from enjoying the rest of our days. However, this is not necessary. Yet we do it, and sometimes on a major scale. Without the power of positive thinking on our side, it can be easy for us to become obsessed with the negative events and situations in our lives without giving enough credit to the positive events that have also taken place. It never does good to dwell on the past. The mind has a tendency to remember negative events with much more clarity and conviction than it remembers positive events, but that doesn't mean that there were no positive events or that the negative events was somehow more powerful. It just means that we are affected by the negative things and often have a tendency to ruminate on them. However, the reason we ruminate is to find solutions and to avoid negative situations and people. It is so we can find ways to remain positive and to filter out the things that cause us pain. And if we aren't able to filter out all the things that cause us pain, then what we need to do is accept that those things exist and try not to give them any more power by being affected by them. It is important to our well-being and peace of mind to become self-aware so that we are not losing ourselves in the process of being consumed by the negative things rather than giving the positive things the recognition and appreciation that they deserve. We all have many obstacles, and it can be very difficult to overcome the negative thoughts that we surround ourselves with. However, there's always a positive solution. Even if things aren't going the way we hope they might, it can be crucial to remember that every path can lead to something good if only you have the patience to wait out the storm and the optimism to seek out new opportunities and think outside the box. Too often, we can get caged inside our narrow minds and feel that unless we do things in a very specific way, we will never be able to succeed in the ways we hope. However, being able to adapt is what allowed the evolution of the human species to flourish. We were able to become who we are today because we didn't allow our circumstances to control us. We learned how to control our circumstances. And if you are able to keep an open mind about the things that you are planning and understand that there is a high possibility that things will not go exactly as planned, you can prepare yourself to accept the consequences and remain optimistic as you search for alternatives to the situations that you find yourself in. None of us are going to get everything right the first time. We all learn best through mistakes and trial and error. It is silly to get discouraged by a letdown or a setback when you could easily find yourself seeing new opportunities arising so that you are not as discouraged overall. We all need to remember that just because we have failed at something, it doesn't mean that we are failures ourselves. It means we are simply still looking for the path that will get us where we want in the most efficient manner possible. The second we stop seeing opportunities surrounding us, the sooner we will find ourselves trapped and miserable in the situations that we find ourselves in. There's no reason for us to allow ourselves to feel trapped when there are so many amazing opportunities surrounding us. Everything we do can be a chance to move forward and thrive in our daily lives. No matter what we are hoping to accomplish, it is possible. Whether we have faced several obstacles and have to attempt trial and error multiple times, there is a path to success, and we can figure it out if we try. There is no reason to give up our efforts to do well and succeed in our lives. Besides that, we also have to learn to examine what success means to us. What does it mean to you to be successful? Do you want a lot of money and a nice home? Do you want a good car and a lot of friends? Do you want to be able to network with people who are in positions of power and influence? Whatever success means to you should be personal. It shouldn't be based off of the things that other people have that you want. Truly think about your definition of success and then learn how to make every single day a successful day. Give yourself goals and agendas to work with. Give yourself small, manageable tasks that you can achieve so that you can feel accomplished no matter where you are at in your journey toward your ultimate goal. Every day should be a reason to reward yourself for doing well in your journey. You should be able to see yourself making progress and doing the things that you most want to be able to do. And this doesn't happen overnight. You have to take single steps and take it a day at a time to get to where you need to be. And until then, it is incredibly important to just enjoy the ride. Recognize that where you are at is good enough for now. Learn to love the moment that you are in. Otherwise, reaching for your dreams will become more stressful than ever. You have to be happy to know you are trying. You have to be able to accept where you are at and make a real solid plan to get where you are going. And you have to believe every single step of the way that the direction you are walking in is the proper one and give yourself the credit that you were due for making this journey in the first place. It can be discouraging to feel like you are stuck in the same place at all times. It can be miserable to know that you haven't got the resources you need yet to do the things you want to do the most. But don't let those things get you down. Think about the big picture by thinking about the little picture. Think about what you are doing today, right now, to make a difference in your life and the lives of others. Think about every consequence to the choices you are making and know that no matter where you end up, you have done well because you have made conscious choices to move forward. And sometimes that has to be enough. If you keep a positive attitude, the stress will no longer be a burden that is depressing and that holds you back. Instead, you'll be able to see things in a positive way and have an advantage over others who do not share in your optimism. You will be able to view your success in a way few others ever have, and in a way that will truly help you get where you need to be in order to achieve your goals. Staying positive is one of the keys to true happiness. And to be a success in this world, you have to define your own success and know that the battles you've chosen are ones that can be won in time. Don't expect anything to happen overnight, and you will never be disappointed.